Hey guys, so I have a bunch of things set out and I've had people ask me to do specific stuff, so I figured I would wait a couple minutes and see what people want. Posted about it yesterday. Plus, it gives me a chance to get my live stream up on my iPad so I can see chat. And since it showed one person came in and then they left, so I guess we'll just, let me move these guys. These are all the minis. I mean, I can always do those later. Got my Fabletics, I think that's what that is, Fabletics. This is their makeup removing cloth. It's amazing. It works better than the other ones that I had. So I guess today we will just do these, and if you guys want me to do the other ones, then I can do that with the minis. And I think I have them all out. Let me look. Yep, I only have 9 of them, so I have all of them here, and then the one on top is in March's Shop My Stash, and I am sans makeup right now because I used a face mask the other day, which was the first impression that you guys just saw yesterday, the day before, and my face freaked out. So I am not wearing any makeup, but I can tell you right now, stay away from this product right here. Stay away. I think I'll be using it on my legs or something because I am never putting that on my face again. It ruined my skin. Okay, so this is the BH Cosmetics Crystal Zodiac palette. It came out last November, and they only had it at Ulta, but thanks to Sylvia, they did have it at Beauty Bay, but as of right now, it is currently sold out. The other one is the palette that came out the year before that, which was Thanksgiving time as well, and I did buy it the day it released on Thanksgiving for like 18 bucks. I think it retails for either 24 or 28. This is the only one out of all of them I've ever paid full price for. So the Love Signs palette was like a new take with bolder colors, whereas like the original Zodiac palette is supposed to be more cool tone, where this one is more warm tone. And it says that we've got a viewer here. Hello. So here are the two side by side. Last time we did a live swatching like this, we compared the Zodiac palette to it. And I don't like the fact that there's eyeshadow on my palette mirrors. Those of you that know me know I am like super OCD and anal when it comes to how clean my stuff is. And like these like finger marks up here drive me nuts. I don't like having eyeshadow on my palettes. I like keeping things clean. I'm one of those people. And I was that way before this lovely virus thing went around. I actually keep, this is a spray bottle with a mixture of, there's a little bit of witch hazel in there, but I use 91% alcohol. And I put like 25-30 drops of tea tree oil in the bottle first. I use tea tree oil in it first, and then I put in like a couple of splashes of witch hazel, and then the rest of it is 91% alcohol. And this is what I usually, spray my palettes and stuff down. And I just keep the alcohol in here, and I just leave it hanging here in the bathroom. And I use it to spray down quite a bit of stuff in here. So I'm like one of those people. I'm not a germaphobe. I've had people call me that before. I'm not. But it is what it is. So, getting into the palettes. What we're going to be doing is trying to find similar colors to these from one palette to the other. I'm probably going to do this a little bit differently than I did last time, where I stuck with like the actual same shades, where I did the matte and then the shimmer. I think this time I want to do it where it's the matte shades first, and then try and find comparable matches, and then do the shimmers, just in case I run out of like arm room like I did last time. But thankfully I have two. There are a few of these matte shades in here that look like they could be mixed and matched to get comparable shades. And the reason I do this is to see if you own this, or if you own the original, do you still need this one? Is it a need? Is it a necessity? These are $28 palettes. They are pretty reasonable, but you know, not everybody likes the BH formula. I don't understand why. I have never had a problem with these, except for that little Cancer palette that I got for my birthday last year. That one is a beast in and among itself. I don't know what's wrong with that one. That one makes me sad. It has such pretty shades and it's just such a bummer. But anyways, the shimmer shades in this one, I think we will have all kinds of color combos that we can use to get something similar. So I know I'm going to need a lot of arm real estate for that, which is why I want to do the shimmer shades last. So we will be starting with the mattes and then moving into the shimmers. I'm currently sitting on the wrong seat, so let me move that. Make sure you guys move these back just a little. Make sure you can see my arm in the camera. I have it zoomed in a little bit, but if let me move the roll part. There we go. All right. So for this one, I'm going to skip the lapis shade, but the amethyst shade I think is going to be very similar to the Sagittarius matte. So I'm going to pick up the amethyst and then the Sagittarius shade. If I remember correctly, it's like a purplish brown. And we're going to be, I'll put this one down and then I'll go back in. This one kind of feels a little dry. And I like doing double swatches because you're going to build these up if you do use a brush. I think this one it's a little bit deeper and it has more of a maroon base, whereas this one has more of a plum base. It's definitely considerably darker, but I think if you mixed this one with a dark shade, let me grab hematite and amethyst. I'm going to put the hematite shade down first. It might just change the whole color of it, but let's see if we can deepen that shade just within this palette, even though we're supposed to be duping this with the other one. So there's a reverse swatch for you. If you have this one and don't have that one, you could probably get the Sagittarius matte shade by mixing hematite and amethyst. I see there's 3 people here. Hello. I'm Rebecca. Gotta de-shadow my fingers. The next one in the palette is the Jade matte, and it's like a bluish green, so I'm wondering if I know the Aquarius matte over here is going to be a little bit light, but we'll swatch them next to each other. And the Aquarius matte is a little bit more chunky. I didn't even pick up any more of that. It's definitely about the same depth as the other one, but this one has more green. The Aquarius matte has more green, whereas the Jade matte has a little bit more blue to it. So there's that one. The Carnelian shade is a brighter version of the Aries, but I wonder if I can mix the Aries matte shade and maybe the Scorpio matte, if I could get something similar to Carnelian. My fingers still look straight. So we're going to go into here, and then here, and I'm going to pick up a touch of that. Those of you that know me know I love my hot pink shades. Oh, well, okay, well, adding the Scorpio shade kind of dulled that a little bit because they were pretty spot on. The shade difference between the Carnelian matte and the Aries matte is, this one is like more of a bubblegum pink, whereas this one is more like a fluorescent pink. That's really the only difference that I can see between the two shades, and we're trying to leave half my arm open. They're very similar in color. I think maybe on the eyes it might be close enough that you could get away with wearing one or the other, and I don't think people would be able to tell the difference on that one. The Tiger's Eye matte is next, which is just really pretty like light orange. So I'm going to grab the Virgo matte, but I'm also going to grab Scorpio again because it's the lightest one that we have in here. It's like a light whitish pink. So I think we can try and mix these two to get this shade. So here is the Tiger's Eye matte. I'm going to tap and then blend it with the other one. Oh, this is a little bit more orange than I want. That one is, it's got too much red in it to even be close to this one. This is a pretty like neutral orange. It's not like yellow and it's not red like this one. I wonder if I mix Virgo and a little bit of Cancer matte, if I could get something closer to kind of cut some of that red down. So we're going to grab Virgo and then Cancer. So I'm going to put Cancer down first, and then tap this one over it, and then pick up Cancer again. And see, and I put too much of the other shade on top. We were getting pretty close. That one turned it more into like a mustardy orange. Having skinny arms kind of sucks when you do stuff like this. Now into the amber matte. I think the Cancer matte's going to be much darker and brighter. And according to my finger, it looks a little bit more mustard. So here is the amber matte and then the Cancer matte. I'm not even going to build up double swatches on those because if I do, this one's going to turn out a lot darker. The citrine matte, I think, is a pure white, whereas the Scorpio matte in this one is more of a pink base. So we have the citrine matte and the Scorpio matte, and I'm going to grab the rose quartz matte out of here too. This is more like a beigey white. You might as well stick all these colors together because they're the lightest ones in both palettes. This one is like my skin, but a little bit peachier. So it's going to be hard to see it. But there are slight differences between those shades that you can see. And probably when I go outside, you'll be able to see it better. But these are very comparable to my own skin color. This rose quartz shade is pretty close to my natural skin color. So that one's kind of... The smoky quartz and the hematite shades, there's nothing in this palette that are even close. But the rhodonite matte, I'm going to grab the Taurus matte. Ooh, those look similar on the finger. So we have the rhodonite matte and the Taurus. Ooh, okay. Looky here. So rhodonite is this one, and then Taurus is this one. I think if I build this one up one more time. The only difference that I can see between the two is the Taurus matte has a hint more orange in it than the rhodonite matte. That's literally the only difference, is this one's a little bit more red than this one. So you have this one that's more like a neutral, and this one's a little bit leaning more warm. So there's some very similar colors matte-wise between this palette than there was in the other one. Hey, Casey. The Blue Chalcedony shade we're also going to skip. Rose Quartz we just did over here, which you can barely see because, like I said, it's my skin but better. Let me just swatch this on the back of my hand so you guys can see. See, it like blends completely away into my skin, so there's like no point in really trying to swatch that one. So moving on to the shimmer shades, we're gonna start with Lapis and then Amethyst, and we're going to be comparing both of those shades to the Sagittarius. So I'm gonna grab Lapis and then Amethyst and then the Sagittarius. Ooh, the Sagittarius is more of a cool tone than the Amethyst, and then this one will probably be the closest. So we have Lapis, Amethyst, and then Sagittarius. Oh, I was far off. This, I wonder if I mix. Okay, let me do double swatches really quick. Let my brain work here. If you have suggestions on what color I could probably mix with Lapis to make it lighter to match Scorpio, let me know. I thought that this would be very similar, but I think the Lapis shade, because it has that white silver base in it, it's throwing me off. Oh, okay. So I'm going to grab the Amethyst, and then I'm going to grab on my pinky the center shade. I'll put the center shade down first. I'll pick that up again in a second. And then the Amethyst shade, and then grabbing the center shade again. I just kind of made a pastel version of it. Well, crap. That's not what I wanted. I mean, we are trying to use the love signs to dupe out the Crystal Zodiac, but, I need something more gray. Okay, I'm going to do the Amethyst shade and then the Hematite shade. Okay, look here. I think we found one. Okay, so if you mix Amethyst and Hematite, you get a shade very similar to Sagittarius. Now, the Hematite shimmer shade is a gray based, but it's very glittery. It has a lot of silver glitter in it. Like, I can blow the glitter off my arm. It's that glittery. So I think if you have this one and you're trying to get colors out of this one, I think you'd be pretty close with that one. Interesting. Next, we're going to do the Jade matte, or the Jade shimmer, and I'm looking at Capricorn and Aquarius. I think Jade's going to be a little bit too green, but maybe we can mix and match. So let's grab Jade, Aquarius, and Capricorn. There we have Jade. Aquarius is a little dark. I think there's some Capricorn in on it. Well, I wonder if, okay, let's try it this way. I'm going to put Capricorn down and then add Aquarius lightly. And then grab Capricorn again. Close, but no cigar. Jade is definitely more green, whereas the other ones are more blue. Carnelian is like a burgundy bronze shade, so I'm thinking Taurus and Libra, maybe? I'm gonna de-glitter my hand. So let's grab Carnelian, Taurus, and Libra. Ooh, maybe Carnelian needs a more bronze shade? Look, I forget when I mix those two shades together. Oh, yeah, that's straight up bronze. Well, here we go. Gonna do a little bit of Taurus and then grab the Libra and just kind of, and I just made a copper shade. Wheel. Let's do Pisces and Taurus. Still a little bit red, but I think on the eyes, if you mix Taurus and Pisces, you can get something similar to the Carnelian shade. It's just this one's more like a bronze, and this one ended up more copper. And this is like a mixture. It's more like brass, you know, copper and... Well, it was worth a shot. Alright, Tiger's Eye is like a blue and an orange. So I'm going to grab Virgo and this one, and we're going to put those down, but I'm going to mix another shade in. And if you look, it's like a silvery orange, like a bluish silvery orange on my finger. So when you swatch it, it's going to mix those colors. Go ahead and do a double swatch of that. So this one is Virgo, and then this one is Leo. I think Leo is going to be the closest. I'm going to grab Capricorn and throw it in with Leo, trying to give it that blue. Hey, I think we have another match. That was a little bit too much. Let me grab a little bit of Leo again. You know, I do this on my eyes as well when I'm doing like makeup looks. I try and mix and match colors. Virgo is definitely going to be a little bit too orange, but I can try and throw in a little bit of Cancer. And go back into Virgo just to orange it back up a little bit. It's like it's lighter than both of them, but I think Leo and Capricorn make a very close match to Tiger's Eye. Amber might be a closer match to Virgo and Capricorn. Let me, since I have a little bit of space left, let me grab that one, since it's right there. It is close to that one. Very close. I'm going to grab a little bit more of the Virgo shade and punch that up just a little bit. It's like, this one's more silvery. It's like a more silvery version of this one. But the combo between Virgo and Capricorn, I think if I maybe added a hint of the center shade, we could get something close. So let's try that. I'm building this up ever so slightly. I think on the eye Color-wise, it would be pretty similar. So the amber shade is like a combination of Virgo, Capricorn, and the center shade out of the Love Signs palette. Very similar. Looks like Casey's having internet issues again. Alright, I have to switch arms because this one's full. But we got all the mattes done and then half the shimmers. Citrine will be fun. I think Cancer is going to be too dark, but maybe we can use the center shade to lighten it up. So let me move across over here. I've left the bathroom door open because it's hot here in Florida, guys. It really is. We've been in like the 80s and 90s the past several like weeks. So gotta move my iPad so I can see chat as well. And I'm gonna move this back a little bit because if not, I'm not gonna be able to get close enough to the counter because I gotta stick a leg in between the roll cart and the counter. And I gotta put my towel back on my leg. Alright, so starting over here, I'm gonna grab the citrine matte, or matte. Yeah, Rebecca's not awake yet. And then we're gonna grab Cancer and the center shade here. I'm going to tap Cancer down. Ooh, that's a little bronzy. And then mix the center shade in and then go back and tap. That would be a nope. Nope, nope. It's turning like orange. I think even if I did just a swatch of this shade here, just to show you, see how orange that is compared to citrine? That definitely would not be anywhere near similar. Oh, hi, you can see me. I forgot the camera lens was on this side. And if you're just coming in now, I am Sans Makeup. I used a face mask the other day that a first impression video just went up on, and my face is kind of freaking out from it. So I'm leaving makeup alone right now. Oh, 90 degree, yeah, we've been in like 80 and 90 degree weather lately. It's been hot. Smoky quartz and hematite, I think, are going to be out of the question because Aquarius is similar, but it's too blue. Smoky quartz is more green. Hematite is a gray base. Rhodonite is like a gray and pink base. I wonder, let's grab this one. I'm going to grab Libra and a hint, and I mean a hint of Aquarius. So I'm going to put Aquarius down first. That might be gray enough. And then I'm going to throw Libra on top of it. That looks pretty close. Pretty close. So I'm going to grab Aquarius again. I'm going to grab hematite from over here. I thought that was going to be more blue. Alright, so here's the hematite matte shade. It's, like I said, it's gray with silver glitter. And then here's the Aquarius shade. It does shift a little bit more blue than the other one. But I think it's pretty comparable in color to the hematite shade. And again, on the eye, things are going to look very similar. So rhodonite, you can mix Libra and Aquarius to get a shade very similar. Hematite, Aquarius is going to be similar, but you're not going to have the silver glitter effect. Rose quartz, I think I can mix maybe Libra and Scorpio, or Libra and Aries, or the center shade in either Libra or Scorpio or Aries. But it's like a very pale, pinky, champagne rose quartz, rose something kind of shade. So there's that. So I'm going to take Aries and Scorpio and put those down on my arms first. This is Aries and this one is Scorpio. Build them up just a hint. And clean my fingers. I probably should have done another row, but now I'm going to grab Libra and put it on top and mix. So this is Libra and Aries. It's a little bit too bubble gummy. And then Libra and Scorpio. Ooh, that's close. Alright, what I should have done was this before. So let's do Aries again. And Scorpio. Arm hair's getting in the way. And I'm going to use the center shade with those this time. And mix that in. Alright, so there's a couple of contenders here. I think the Aries and Libra shade is too dark. The Scorpio and Libra shade is pretty similar, but this is still lighter. And then the Scorpio in the center shade is also very similar to the rose quartz shade. So you could probably get away with that. The blue chalcedony shade, I'm going to swatch it. I don't think there's going to be anything this icy in here. Definitely not. It's a beautiful shade though. I don't have anything that's comparable because the Capricorn shade is more teal. Whereas like the blue chalcedony shade is more of a cool tone. Capricorn is more of a warm tone blue. So that's going to be a no. Alright, so I think that's all of them. Trying to mix and match to get similar shades. And if you look, the center shade here is nowhere near similar to this one. So there's no point in even trying to swatch it. Just for the simple fact that I know it's not the same. But something I didn't do was just the center shade next to the rose quartz. Because that one is pretty similar too. The only difference is the rose quartz has more pink in it. So I stick it basically under the rose quartz shade. So now that these are all done, now we get to go outside and you guys will see what the swatches look like outside in natural daylight. And we'll finish this up out there. So give me a second to move things. I have to keep a towel on the camera stand so that the tripod does not fall over. Alright, so grabbing the tripod, might as well get the dog. Emma, come on, let's go outside. Got the other dog out here already. My big old bubbies. Alright, so we're gonna start off in the shade and then hopefully the internet allows me to go somewhere where there's more sun. Make sure. Here's the front of my house. And just know if you show up here and you're not supposed to, we do keep firearms by the front door. I have no problem shooting people. Alright, so here we are in the shaded cover. These are all the matte swatches and then the first half of the shimmer shades. And then if you can see here, the three lightest shades between the two palettes. They're pretty close to my natural skin color. But I like doing outside video as well to show you just how similar some of these look. Because sometimes in you know, fluorescent lighting or UV lighting or any of those like inside type lights, things are gonna appear a little bit differently than they do, you know, out here under the, you know, sun. And even though I'm in the shade, I start off here so you guys can see what these look like in various forms of lighting. Now to move over here to show you this arm. Yeah, some of these shades, they look amazing in sunlight. So like, can you just shine a light on my eyes all day? Thank you. And the rose quartz shade, if you look at these two here, those two mixtures I did there, they're very similar. Zoom the camera in. Alright, and now that I've got the camera zoomed in, let me go back over here. Trying to find my arm in the view. That was a really close up. There we go. Go away, bud. The sun is starting to peek through. Kitty. The sun is starting to peek through over here on the driveway, so I figured I could run over here. Maybe the internet won't drop. I think I'm a little too far away. Oh, we got a spinny thing. Well, it looks like I'm connected over here, but my iPad just ain't working and I can't use it for... Hopefully you guys can see these. because I honestly can't see the camera anymore. Try and do this side one more time, even though I can't. I'm having a hard time seeing. Okay. I moved back closer to the house because the internet was like dropping, and so I couldn't tell what you guys were seeing and what you weren't. Dad cleaned off the driveway. I ain't got much to throw at you. Got a mosquito over here trying to get me. Like a little twig. Throwing stuff at my cat. Alright, so here are these swatches. It's hot out here, but and the dog's over there laying in the sun. What the hell are they slowing down for? Why are you stopping at my neighbor's mailbox? Anyways, this is my front yard. Social distancing at its best. This is, you know, I'm home 24/7, 365, so I don't worry about social distancing. Like, oh, thanks, Casey. I want to know why that person is sitting down there. So let's put him on blast. Like, why are you sitting right in front of my neighbor's mailbox? You tell him, ma'am. He's just sitting there. I hear talking. Maybe they're just on the phone. But I don't like the fact that they're parked in front of my neighbor's mailbox like that. You know, it's pretty bad. The windows are rolled up in their car and I can still hear them clear as day on the phone. Which, by the way, in Florida, it is illegal to be on the phone while you drive. Even hands-free. Oh, here's part of the front yard. Let me flip the camera back around. So here's just the front yard standing on my driveway. The house is about an acre back from the road, technically. Turn around. Got a mosquito flying in my ear. Alright, let me take the iPad back in the house really quick. And we'll walk around the side of the house. See, people don't realize that I live out in the country. I don't live near like other people. The nearest house, I mean, I can show it to you. It's close. It takes a little bit to get there. So, oh, and people keep asking about cutting down my damn trees. There is nothing wrong with this beautiful oak tree. Now this one over here is crying. I don't know what's wrong with it. It's like a bazillion years old. But there's the neighbor's house. Okay? And if you look, there's like trees all lined up over there. That's where our property stops. And then he's got a fence there. But this is just part of like the backyard. We used to have a tree house here. Right in this spot here, there was a like treehouse building that was up on stilts when I was a kid. We used to play in it. These are huge, huge camper trees. I love them. Dad hates them. They're easy to climb. Got a really dead or dying pine tree that got hit by lightning. And then a tornado got it. There's just part of my backyard. So, I live in the country. I don't live near people. I don't, very, very rarely, if ever, do I ever see people. My dad's the only one that really leaves the house. My brother leaves the house, but it's at like after midnight. When he leaves to go like... Okay, the internet hiccuped again. So, this is like the other side of our house. Aw, hi, Lit. It's a pretty cardinal. He's like, this is my wire. You tell him, buddy. Another mosquito trying to get me. Cardinals are very territorial. There's another one that stays on the oak tree by my bedroom. So this guy has this half of the yard, the other one has the other half of the yard. And this tree is blooming and it's so beautiful. Look at these flowers. It's like a Japanese orchid or something like that is what it's called. Alright, so there's the neighbor's pasture. And then here's part of the other country. There's the building Dad's been working on. Oh, we finally got one of the rooms finished. I can take you in there. So he enclosed our porch. This here used to be our back porch. And he enclosed it. This was supposed to be like a filming space for me. Oh, I gotta walk across the room, turn the light. It's gonna be dark for a second. Switch. Dad added like all of his guitars out here, all of his freaking banjos are out here. I'm waiting for him to bring his bagpipes out and hang them up. I really am. But there's air conditioning in here. He enclosed this entire room. This was supposed to be like my filming space, but alas, that did not work out. This is actually my old coffee table, my grandmother's. It's a hassock to her chair. The chair is actually in my bedroom. These are all boxes of movies, and I have to go through and pick. My dad loves Farscape. I love Farscape. But we have this box set of Farscape, and we have this box set of Farscape. Like, we have a bunch of like James Bond box sets. We have so many box sets of like movies that are the same. It's not even funny. And he was buying like big boxes of movies off like eBay or Amazon or somewhere. And somehow or another we ended up, I've never watched this, ever. This Family Guy show. Okay, I think I've seen part of an episode, whatever. It's trash. I don't like it. Now some of these movies out here are mine, some of them are his. It doesn't really matter. We live in the same house. I grew up on the Highlander stuff. But like this one here, this Good Luck Chuck, I think they only came out with like one season, and we've got like 4 or 5 of these. So we don't need like all these duplicates. So I have to come out here, and what I plan on doing is putting like all the box sets all along the top so that all the big boxes are up there. Like all of our Game of Thrones series and stuff like that. Yeah, I remember Blockbuster. And then we've got a few VHS down here on the bottom row. But yeah, we still have, like there's another 007. We have like so many more movies to, you know, get put up. So I have to come out here and go through and sort out all of the movies that are duplicates to figure out what I can put up and what I can't, that kind of thing. I have in the big building out here, I have like a 2-tier kind of thing like this that I want to put on this wall, and then we have another TV that we can put out here. But my dad's thinking that it'll be too cramped to put the TV out here, and I'm like, Dad, we have an extra couch. You've already got the table out here. You can move the pool table. It's on like casters, so it can move. He's got it on these things that make it slide easier. So I could easily put like a rack down here to put like box set movies on. And then of course I'm going to be alphabetizing all of these. Yeah, I literally only have that bottom row and part of right there for empty space. And my dad's got a thermometer thing out here to check humidity and whatnot. That's what this is. So anyways, so my dad's been working on this. Like I said, this was, oops, I guess I gotta turn the light off. My dad's been working on this for months, and he finally got it finished. This room is completely done. The internet died again, or timed out or whatever. Anyways, this big building behind me has like our motorcycles and stuff in it, but in the top there's a mezzanine, and in the mezzanine I've got like bookcases and stuff in there. We got Mercedes 1, Mercedes 2, and then all my dad's like makeshift workbenches and stuff, his bandsaws and table saws and stuff, lawnmower. That's the other side of the backyard. And then we're gonna be going, oh, and there's lights out here. Dad's run all the power. He's a mechanical and electrical engineer, so. Is there a light right here? No. I gotta go all the way. Oh, there's a light here. What's it turn on? It's gonna be dark for a second till I can get this light turned on. I mean, I can see. There we go. So the majority of this stuff out here is mine from when I moved back in with my dad after my divorce. My brother's got a few things out here, but this is the other room. It's not quite finished. We've got to finish moving out my stuff. Like my toy chest that my grandfather made is over here. Walk around over here. So there's the toy chest my grandfather made me when I was a kid. I've got another big, huge Sterilite tub over there, bookcases, just odds and ends stuff. The coffee table's sitting out here. So a lot of this stuff is mine that needs to go out into one of the big sheds. But this is the other half of the porch that Dad needs to finish. He's got most of the walls done. He's got the electrical plates and stuff done. So I was hoping that we would turn this room into like a TV room or something because it's so much bigger. But I don't know what he's going to do with it yet. I mean, it is his house. It ain't mine. All right, we're going to be dark here as soon as I turn this light off because, like, this is the actual living room. Watch what happens when I turn the light off. Ta-da! There's the kitchen. And yes, this light over the stove is a redneck night light, or a country night light, what the hell ever they called it. This is where I spend most of my time, right there. Em, come in. This is a ranch style house. I guess I can move the tripod legs back down. I've got a bunch of stuff I've been listing on Depop lately. I have a box down here by my desk that I photographed yesterday that I have to, this stuff, I have to get listed on Depop. I had 2 sales yesterday after I listed a bunch of stuff so that I can actually afford my Ipsy glam bag this coming month. So, yay. Oh. Earrings here. We've got earrings here, I've got earrings on here, I've got body jewelry. The body jewelry rack is there. The other side of it's got like tongue rings and stuff in it. this side here had all my 16 gauge and 14 gauge, like other piercings, the miscellaneous body jewelry, like the flat backs, the curves, the horseshoes, the slave rings, those kinds of things is what was on this side. And most of that is in, I don't need my wallet. Most of that is in here. So this is like body jewelry in here, and then also in the lid. So I've been working on like doing inventory and getting stuff listed on like other places for sale since I've barely, if ever, like I'll go like 6 months on my website without making a sale. I am currently trying to mitigate it over from the current hosting site that I have for my website, which is Weebly, and they just got bought out by Square. So I'm trying to get all of the items from Weebly uploaded into Square, and then completely switch my website over. Right now my website's costing like $30-something a month, but if I move it to Square, then I'll be able to go down to like a $10 a month plan. And then they'll do all like my credit card processing and stuff like that. I do have PayPal, but I don't like using PayPal. I've been screwed over by them a lot. But alas, it is what it is. But yeah, this is where I sit 99.9% of the time. This is where you will find me. If I'm up and I'm not in the kitchen, I'm here. And if I'm not in the bathroom filming, I'm here. So, you know, this is where I spend the majority of my waking hours, is right here in all of my mess. I got all my stuff here. But yeah, that's everything. The website fees, it started off being like free, and then in order to add things like shipping or inventory quantity, they wanted you to upgrade. And then if you upgraded, it was like $6 a month at first, and then they changed it to like $9, and then they did another change, and they said they took off like shipping and just left it with inventory management. And then in order to do like shipping prices, where it would actually charge customers shipping prices, you had to go up to like the $12 or $15 plan. And now they've got it to where there's only 3 plans. There's like a $10 a month plan, well, there's 4. The free one, the $10 a month, the $30, or the $40 plan. And it's like increasingly getting more expensive to use Weebly. And so and Shopify is like, a lot of people are like, oh, we'll just move over to Shopify or Shop Envy. They're like $30 a month as well. And they only allow you to have like a set inventory. So say you have like 25 different colors of one item, right? You have to make 25 different listings. So if I have a piece of body jewelry, let's just say like the belly ring that I'm wearing right now, it's a 2 gem belly ring. I also have 1 gem belly rings where the gem is on the bottom instead of just top and bottom. So that would be 2 different listings right there if I just wanted red. So you've got the 2 gem and the 1 gem of red. That would be 2 separate listings on Shopify. And then if you wanted to do sapphire blue, again, 1 gem and 2 gem, that's 2 more listings. So in order to do like unlimited inventory on there, it's a lot of money to do website designs with them. I have friends that do website building, but I don't have $250 to plop down to have them. I own my own domain. I own the rights to my websites. I have all my certificates for the websites and all that kind of stuff, and all the safety measures and stuff so people's information doesn't get compromised. I own all that. But to send them pictures, descriptions, quantities, UPC codes, all of that information for each and every item, I have like 3,000 individual products on my website, and that's not everything I have. So it's hard for me to try and build my website on another platform, because just to list one item with several different color features on Weebly takes like an hour and a half. So think about that in like relation to trying to get an item listed on your website, figure an hour per item type. That includes pictures, descriptions, SEOs, tags, whether or not there's color differentiations or length differentiations if you're looking at like bracelets, necklaces, things like that. I hate HTML code. I hate it. I hate it with a passion. I can code in HTML, but a lot of people use Java. I don't like using that either. I'm an old school binary programmer. Oh, let me show you, since I'm at my computer. All right, get you so you can kind of see my screen. What I was trying to teach you yesterday for the computer stuff, you go to your control panel. Let's see if I can make it so it's easier for you to see this. Okay, so you can do a couple of things. You go to the network and internet. I gotta keep moving the camera so you can see things closer. When you're in your control panel, you can like delete your browsing history and cookies, which you should do that once a month anyways. But what you're gonna wanna do is either view your network status and tasks, or you can do this feature. It sounds like the back door just opened. So we're gonna do this one here, and you can like troubleshoot it. You can look at it here to check the status of your system. Or if you go all the way down here to the bottom where your network is, you can right click that and you can open it here. And then this will take you to this page and you can check it. You can also do a network reset, which is what I was talking about yesterday. So there's this feature doing it through Windows. There's two different options there to reset your stuff. Now, in order to get to run, you can do one of two things. You can either open this, or you can hit the Windows button and R, and you're gonna come up with this command here. And you're gonna hit OK for CMD. This is your command screen. You're gonna do CD /, and then this takes you back to whatever your drive is. Now, if you need to do anything, you can do this, okay? Or you can do and what that does is it pulls up all of your like information for your internet. So this was, the first one here was just a standard IP config. Okay. And then you do the IP config all, and it shows you like all of your different types of connection statuses. Now you can do things like if you're having issues with your computer sending packets and then them not being received, you can do a ping and ping most websites where you just type in ping and then the actual website link. You can also ping an actual IP address to check your ping status. So let me now, this is just a random one that I typed in. But if you are missing packets of information for your internet, it's going to say like packets sent but they're not received, and then it'll tell you the information here. If you know your IP address, then you can actually, you know, type in whatever that is, or if you type in any IP address, you can get into somebody's computer just simply by knowing their IP address. And you can do it all from this screen here, which is neat. That's how we used to talk to each other in classes. We would ping each other and talk through DOS. As long as you have an internet connection. Or if the computers are networked, you can do it that way too. Anyways, so yeah. Swatches, yard tour, house tour. No makeup. Like, my face is like, I've got like these weird, but they're not like breakouts. They're like red, and then inside, if you try and squash one, there's like lymph in it. I've got them like all over my nose. I've got them on my chin. I've got them here, and they hurt. That's from that bubble mask that I did like 2 days ago, 3 days ago. They came up like the same day that I did the mask. All of these things showed up on my face, and they hurt. So I'm not wearing makeup right now. Just 100% makeup free. But anywhere that I had the mask, I'm like, I have all these like little bumps, like the majority of the top of my nose. You can't see them right now, but I know they're there because I can feel them. Oh, they hurt. So whatever's in that bubble O2 oxygen mask besides the walnut shell, my face didn't like. So I do have a first impression of that up on my channel. Yeah. Anyway, sounds like my dad is home. So I'm going to go ahead and go. Thank you all for coming. It says that there's like 2 people here. There was 3 at one time. So anyways, I will see you guys later. Thank you, Casey, for coming. Hi, Daddy. Thank you. I appreciate it. Anyways, I will see you guys. Tomorrow's video it's kind of like a 2-part video. Tomorrow's video is like monochromatic eye looks using singles. And then the video that goes up Saturday is actually an eyeliner tutorial video for hooded eyes. And I'm wearing the same makeup in both. I recorded them, you know, while I was recording the other one. So I had a request. My friend, we call her Q Dolly because a lot of people can't pronounce her name. She asked specifically for a tutorial on that, so the next 2 videos back to back will be same eye looks. Let me look at my website really quick. It should say local pickup when you go to, let me actually go to my, instead of the dashboard, let me go to my website, but I should be under pickup. Let me just put something in the cart and look at it myself. It wants me to accept cookies from my own website. Alright, so check out. I guess it didn't have pickup on here anymore. Let me see if that works. Alright, so I'm at the payment screen now. Next. Oops. Okay, I see what you mean. Okay, so it's only offering like shipping options. So I thought I just fixed that. Oh, duh. I have to specify the day and the time. So let me get that added. And then see if I can update that page. Good thing I'm doing this, or you reminded me, so I knew that that feature didn't work. They've changed so many things recently on Weebly that a lot of these are on like different screens, so save. Huh. Collect tips on orders. What? That's new. Set limit quantity. You can add freaking tips. Oh my god, I didn't know that. That's funny. Oh, you said something. Oh, well, I mean, I am a retired hairdresser, so, I mean, they could probably be thinking about a hair service or something as a tip. Okay, so that's done. Let me back out of the shopping cart because it was not showing me pickup locations. Could also be that I used my own address, so. It's not allowing me to do pickup. Maybe it's under the shipping menu? See, this is what kind of bugs me about this website. I think I'm gonna have to do like a different Alright, I added an option to shipping for pick it up in person. Now, and no website's gonna be perfect. It's just trying to get things done. You gotta go through a bunch of different. Okay, I added pick up in person as an option. It made me put a price down, so let me see if I can delete out the penny. It made me put a total item in there. There we go. Alright, so pick up in person is now an option on the website, so I just had to go through like 3 different screens to find it. Pain in the butt. Alright, so that's there. And then if you, I'll just make a, I'm going to make a listing. I'll make a new one that says catch all. That's what I'm going to call it. And then I'll add options there. So that way you can pick whatever option that you want for what we discussed. And I find a picture for it. Wrong folder. Okay, give me a minute to finish this listing. I'm going to make it so it's tax-free and shipping free. I'm going to make it as like a digital pickup for the thing that we discussed. It's going to be, it's called Catch All. So that way, and I'm going to put it underneath the category. It's going to go underneath other makeup brands and supplies. So you can find it there, or just type in catch all. And then that way you can find it when I get it finished. I'm going to add modifications to it for like options and stuff like that. So because it won't let you like type your own amount in, but I'm going to have like increment amounts on there. So hopefully that's helpful. Anyways, I'm going to go. I've been doing this for like 80 minutes. My phone's probably, yeah, it's hot. It's probably dying. So I will see you guys later. Casey, let me get this finished, and then like I said, type in catch all, and then you should be able to find it from there. Okay. No, the website's still up. I mean, I'm currently adding an item to it right now, so. Anyways, I will see you guys later. Let me get this typed up. It'll take me like 5 minutes or so to get it done. But yeah, go to other makeup brands and supplies. It'll be underneath that like category, and you can find it there. Make sure it's there. It'll be there in a minute as soon as I add it. I haven't made it yet, so. Anyways, I will see you guys later. Bye.